Okay, so I hit a little bit of a you can't get there from here moment. So why was that? Well, the last feature, as you might recall from the last time I put up a video, was that I was going to get my device, which is over on another table, which is a whole pile of solenoids which have a little pin that goes out and bing and will knock against the instrument. Well, the last thing I had to do was to hook it up so it would respond to commands over Bluetooth. And unfortunately, the libraries that I needed were a little out of date. So I am testing out this board right over here. So for anyone who's a big nerd like me, this is a Feather NRF 52832? Yeah, 52832. So what we have right over here, that is the chip that controls Bluetooth. This little light tells me that it's connecting, and here's where we get to the cool part. After several days of poking around and trying to find a good solution, well, where am I at? I got their samples to work in the smallest amount of code that is possible, which is great. Well, maybe there's a smaller amount of code. So really what I want to do is I want to send a signal into here and have that signal into here do something. So at the moment, I'm playing around with this. So this is a super duper cool app. Adafruit puts out an app that will Bluetooth connect to whatever board you have. It takes a little bit of poking around to figure out how to spec everything correctly. And that's what I have over here. So here's the chip, well, the board. The chip is somewhere over here, and the Bluetooth chip is over here, and it's going to connect to this color wheel, at least right now. Eventually, I'm just going to have it send in the signal, read that signal, and that will tell me what song to play. And now if I change out the color, so I'm going to change it out to this one right over here. In fact, let's just change this up a bit. And I'm going to hit select. So we've got 2, 14, 55, 0, and over here, bloop, we can see that the hex version is going to be 0x, actually, DXFF00, which is the nerdy way of saying that greeny yellow color. Let's change it out. Let's make it red. I'm going to send that signal across, and nope, there it is. Now, that FF001E is actually 3 numbers coming in, and it's 2 digits per number. So FF means that I'm using a lot of red. I'm using 255 red. The 00 means that I'm really not using any green, and the 1E means I'm using 30 blue. And there you have it. So now I have communication from here to here. So what comes next? Well, now I'm at a fork in the road. There are 2 ways that I could go. I could either connect this setup to what I made before, which means I have to reprogram it in C, which is the language for Arduino. Not a huge deal. It's definitely doable. Or there's another part that I can use that will go on one of my other Feather boards that uses Python that will let me just stack another board on top and have Bluetooth controlled by Python, and then just stay in the same language. I don't know which way I'm going to go yet, but on the plus side, at least, this is behaving the way I want it to. We've got communication, wireless communication, which will eventually turn into a kick-ass, awesome, amazing escape room set of puzzles. All right, thanks for following along with my nerdy adventures in Techie Land. I'll see you soon.